Right, this is a fairly impromptu video. So if you follow me on various social medias, you'd have seen that I won an auction for a Commodore Plus 4 a little while ago. Now, the Plus 4 auction was very cheap, very happy with that, until I got the delivery charge, which was substantially higher than I expected. Now, it wasn't that the auction house was trying to rip me off, it was just that I hadn't read the auction properly, and it came with a bunch of other stuff. Now, I would probably have preferred it hadn't, just for the cheaper postage, but what did arrive was quite interesting. And that is basically a bunch of radios. And they move through different eras as well, which is kind of also interesting. It's almost like somebody was very into radio and just kept getting models from early on until relatively modern. So anyway, we're going to take a little look at those now. I haven't powered any of them up and won't be doing so in this video, by the way. But, well, maybe not. Maybe one of the newer ones, but probably not. So anyway, first of all, I'm going to start with what is, I think, my favourite. Now, these are mostly cleaned up, but there are some stains I couldn't get off, and I'm going to have to work harder to get them off. But I think I just kind of love this one. This, just the styling, this giant dial. It's all kind of beautiful. Yeah, that's the on-off button. Dial does kind of work, although there's rubber inside that is dying. And yeah, I guess that's the volume. Yeah, so it is a Philips model, although it's missing the P. This one certainly won't be powered up because it uses the very old style of plug, a broken, very old style of plug. Now, obviously, you can quite easily convert those to normal plugs because it's just, you know, 2 wires. It's an AC circuit. But yeah, the other reason being, you'll see, if you look here, it's got missing screws, but also that it's all been bashed out. And I think the reason is that the transformer is actually probably moving around inside here. So I do have to open this one up and just take a look at it at some point. Not yet, obviously, but yes, at some point I will do that. Right, so moving on, we have this, again, another lovely model. That's the way we want it. We want it downwards because this is the front, but we'll have a look at this bit first. This lovely little fibre, almost like carpeting of the front, which is really nice. Here, this is a Philco model, and if we show this side, you can see it's got a bit tarnished. So obviously this would all have been kind of like gold colour, but it's kind of coming off. But yeah, the Transporter 7, it's pretty again. FM and MW. Lots of different place names as well to get where their radio's coming from. Yeah, I think it's a lovely model as well. Put you back there. Next, bring this one in. It's slightly more modern looking one. Unfortunately, it's lost the carrying band, which is a shame. But yeah, a Morphy Richards. I didn't even know they made radios at any point, but obviously. Yeah, 4-band portable radio. Very simple. Bass, treble. Quite a large little speaker there for such a small radio. So yeah, it powers from a normal plug, but also from batteries. Then we got this lovely thing from Pi. Just a rather wonderful battery cassette player. The model 9003. It's just pretty. These are all very heavy, these dials, but I think they're meant to be. The buttons do activate, and they're also very heavy as well. This has got some solid construction in it. And now we're kind of getting to the more modern era ones. So we've got this, which I think anyone of my era who was into music will recognise because these were sold everywhere. Not so by Spinnytronic, but this style of one. So yeah, this is kind of your, I guess, cheap boombox, or for young people. Ooh, volume is that's very jammy, but it does work. Yeah. It's got all the functions on top. You can switch between radio and tape there. But yeah, it's a lovely machine. Oh, again, it's there's the radio things there. That's probably missing a switch. It's got external speaker connector. And again, if you go on the back, that's AC and battery. I have made sure there's no batteries in any of these. Me and the missus took quite a while cleaning all this stuff up because it was very dirty. It's obviously been stored somewhere for a long time. Right, and this is probably the most modern of the lot. This is very much an Argos special. But yeah, it's by International. It's just a standard radio, really. It's very cheap. It does feel very solid, though. Again, AC or battery, and the plug is connected, but it goes into the battery compartment, which is very clever. Yeah, I think they're just kind of cool. Especially some of the older ones. They're just very nice pieces. I don't know what I'm going to do with them all yet. Possibly sell some of them, possibly fix some of them, probably keep one or two, if not for decoration, then maybe for props, because they could be useful. But yeah, all right, I did end up testing a few. I was only going to try the ones that could run off of battery for obvious reasons, and we kind of got 1 out of 3 anyway. The Spinitronic over here requires 6 D cells, which I only have 4, so that wasn't happening. The National in the back over there, that requires 4 C cells, which I had, but just doesn't work. I mean, the tuning bar doesn't work. It's really ropey coming on and everything as well, so that needs some work. Now, the Morphy Richards, however, that does work. It's not perfect, but it does do stuff. So it requires 4 C cells, which is handy. And if we turn it on, to give it a bit of a knock, let's turn it down. Give it a bit of a knock on the volume, and it works. There you go. And we've got this power meter up here, which shows you how powerful the signal is. Let's turn that down, because otherwise contact matching will get me. But yeah, so you do get an idea of how tuned in you are. And that's out of tune again now, isn't it? But yeah, now the signal wasn't great, but that might be because I've noticed that just comes out. I'm pretty sure that's not going to come out that easily. So yeah, but yeah, it works. It needs some work. These all need contact cleaning, as you can see. But yeah, interesting. The other ones, so obviously one of them's just a tape player, so not a radio. That one has got a weird power socket and a weird battery in it, which can't do anything with that. I'll look into it. Maybe I could do something else. And obviously that one over there is definitely broken, so we need to work on that. But yeah, there we go. This is going to be cut into the other video, so it'll be a bit of a weird transition thing. I wasn't sure if I was going to look at them. Anyway.